this whole class, we are jumping from psychology, which is the software, biology, which is the hardware, and then the meaning that we give to all of it, right? Because you could run software and hardware and still come up with a different meaning depending on who you are. So it's important to utilize the knowledge that you have around the hardware, which is your biology. How does the brain function? What are the parts? What are they doing? How to hack them, how to rewire them when you find something that's not working, because nobody ever taught me this stuff, especially when I was your age. And I just think about how powerful and empowered and how much um, sort of drama I could have avoided had I known I was empowered to do all this stuff. And if I knew more information about myself, like an operating manual, like I wish I had that. I wish. And all this stuff that I'm sharing with you guys is designed not to give you a degree in anything, or to take more knowledge, like take a history class. Now you know the dates of this event. This is really to apply to your lives, to empower yourself. And the introduction to all of this stuff that we're talking about is starting to absorb, and it's because we're working at it for 3 months, right? We're combining the biology, we're combining the psychology, and we're combining the conceptual stuff, the perception stuff. And because we're practicing that together and normalizing it, the brain is getting used to using those pathways to start seeing the world through a different lens. And not only seeing the world through a different lens, you're seeing yourself through a different lens. And the practice of normalizing doing self-inquiry work and checking into your emotions and recognizing when you're not feeling comfortable and being okay with being uncomfortable is powerful work. You are changing the trajectory of your life. You are doing that together right now. You are. There's no doubt about that. So even if you don't use any of this stuff, it has now been absorbed into your way of being. And you could compartmentalize it and let it go. But I'm telling you, that moment where you're faced with a challenge, you're going to recall some of this stuff, and the practice of using these tools will empower you. I promise, I promise, I promise. The other tool that I want you to really integrate and practice and journal is the work. It's so important. The work is the Byron Katie stuff. It's the 4 questions. Is it true? Are you sure that it's true? What feelings are you feeling? What emotions are you feeling when you think the thought? You're making the connection between the feeling and the thought. You're now recognizing that there are feelings coming out of thinking a particular thought. You can unpack that, unpack. What feelings are you feeling? What emotions are you feeling when you think the thought? And who would you be without that thought? And then the rewriting of the wiring, which is the more you, what is it, fire, the more you wire. So the more you fire the particular neurons to have a thought, you're wiring the pathway. So those particular neurons fire together. So by turning it around and thinking 5 thoughts that are opposite from the one that you keep thinking, the one that you're challenging, you're helping to rewire your brain. So that tool, I can't stress enough how powerful that tool is to do for yourself, to do it with your family, with your friends, and to do it on paper.